Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you. No way you're still embarrassing yourself online. I'm gonna make you look foolish for a second time. You bet your ass I let my students paint my nails before. The student that you see in this video has goals and aspirations to be a nail tech. Not only does she do nails, she does hair, makeup, she's a dancer, super intelligent. She's pretty much a jack of all trades. Since that's the homie, she came up and saw my nails looking a little rough and she decided she wanted to give me a fresh, clear coat. And just to add this in there, right before this video, my students took a standardized, like one of those state tests, And typically after state testing, I let the students chill, because who the hell wants to do work after, all morning sitting at a desk taking a test? Not only was this moment captured during our downtime, because I'm not just like, hey, we're not going to learn science today. I actually have to get my nails done, so all you just watch me, because, that would be dumb. Her guardians are well aware of this. Her mom literally watches my videos all the time. Not only does she love my content, but she signed a media release form for her daughter so she can be in my videos. Y'all men are literally telling on yourselves in the comments. Why are y'all projecting your weird ass energy? Just cause you're messed up in the head doesn't mean everyone else is. This is a future nail tech right here. So if she sees my hands looking rough and want to give me a fresh top coat, I'm going to let her do her thing every flipping time. If you know middle school girls, I wouldn't even just say middle school, I'd say high school too. If you know middle school and high school girls, you know that they're all hairstylists, makeup artists, so on and so forth. A lot of them actually do hair for money on the side. So if I need my hair taken out and my school's hairstylists are willing to do it, I'm going to let them do their thing every single time. It's not like they were held at gunpoint and forced to do this. They wanted to help me. It's not like we were alone in the classroom and I was getting my feet rubbed while I was getting my hair taken out by minors. We're in a room full of students with a camera pointed directly at us, protecting not only myself, but my students as well. I support my students in everything they do, whether it's hair, nails, art, or staying late after school, because my students wanted to work on their soccer skills, because one day they're going to be playing in the league. We got to stop projecting our own insecurities and weird ways of thinking onto other people who are doing nothing but positive things in the world. Of all the screwed up things going on in the world today, you're coming at a teacher who's doing nothing but impacting the lives of the youth, doing nothing but making these kids excited to come to school every day. We literally have teachers out here that are struggling to get their students into the building, let alone their class. I literally have to kick kids out of my classroom. Literally at the end of the day, I have to kick them out of my class because they don't want to leave. All throughout the day while I'm teaching a class, I got students coming from other classes trying to be in my room. Find something better and more productive to do with your time. Judging from the fact that you made a fool out of yourself several times in the comment section leads me to believe that you still got a lot of unpacking to do. So you should probably go sit on someone's couch, or even, like we're doing in this video, go touch some grass. Probably do you some good. Take care. We'll start off with this gentleman right here. You're letting your daughters play in a grown man's head. God forbid I had kids, but if I had a daughter with a teacher like myself, with a good heart, good spirit, sound mind, no, I would not mind if they took his hair out. That's what little girls like to do. They like to do hair and do nails and makeup. I have 5 little sisters. You bet your ass I done had a wig on my head before, had a whole lace front. I done got my nails painted, eyebrows done. Bro, this is what they do. As a father, I would even let my daughter do those things. Like if she wanted to paint my nails pink, or freaking put a wig on me, or do my hair, or put makeup on me, I'm going to do every single one of those things. You know why? Because I'm secure in my masculinity. That's one thing that I think is stumping a lot of guys, a lot of grown men today, is they are not secure with themselves and they project their own insecurities onto others. Everything doesn't have to be weird. It's even the way you worded this question. Read this. You letting your daughters play in a grown man's head. Do you see how you're already trying to spin that? That's very telling of what you have going on upstairs. We as a people have to abandon this idea of, sexual intimacy being tied with getting your hair done. People have this view because typically you're intimate in a sexual manner with someone who does your hair. Automatically, this whole hair video is going to cause some people to be like, oh, where's that? That's weird. But again, it's very telling of your own state of mind. For you to watch a video like that, literally had the camera set up, protect myself, protect my students. Y'all can see there's nothing suggestive going on. It's like family, it's like community, as people were saying in the chat. This is simply a wholesome, innocent, community-oriented activity. As people mentioned, hair is very important in Black culture. We connect and we bond through our hair. And just like I said, little girls love to do hair. Bro, they jumped at the opportunity to help take my hair out and showcase their skills, their talents, and their abilities. Because a lot of them, they do hair. They got little side hustles. They do nails. They do nails, hair, and tracks. What's up? And I'm going to support Black business and support my students every time. Every time. Someone also mentioned, oh, I would love to see some of your, your guy BFFs in the video instead of just your girl. Bro, do you actually think middle school boys are trying to help their male teacher take his hair out? My sister, what? You only saw girls taking out my hair because only girls wanted to do that. No guys were like, oh, Mr. White, I want to take your braids out. Bro, middle school boys are not on that. They was on the basketball court. They were on the dartboard. They weren't worried about my hair. I think of some other things people were saying in the comments. Oh, this is so unprofessional. What if visitors come into the school? What does the administration think? Where's the admin? What about the parents? What do they think? Haha. Oh, this is how it starts. They start doing stuff like this just to get comfortable, and then they start trying more. I hate the fact that simply because there are incidences of teachers taking advantage of minors, that there's just this like view that, oh, all teachers are on that type time just because of their close-knit relationships with their students. Not all teachers are sick in the head trying to go after minors. Even if it isn't the teacher, what if the girls try to make a move? Bro, I'm rooted enough in my morals and ethics that in the rare case a student does overstep the boundaries that's there, because people are saying, oh, there's no boundaries because he was getting his hair done. Bro, I got boundaries. You need to have boundaries just as a human, but hair, bro, it's hair. But in the rare case a student does overstep a boundary, it is my duty, it is my obligation to correct the behavior. Again, not all teachers are trying to take advantage of minors. A side note, because I just watched this back and it looked like I'm bald. I got cornrows. I just got a big ass forehead. But anyway, as I mentioned in the video, I don't have kids of my own, so my students are literally my children. I love these kids as if they were my own. The very last thing I want to do to my children is take advantage of them and harm them in any way. That's not what we're going for. That's not why I'm a teacher. People are saying like, oh, you ain't got to defend yourself against. I mean, I know I don't, but I still got to put my 2 cents in. Because if you've been following me, you've seen or just scrolled through a few of my videos, you can see, like, me personally, my bullshit meter or my creep or weirdo meter or radar is like dialed in. I can spot fake ass energy or a creep ass dude from a mile away. Energy never lies, so the real know. Not only is my creep radar dialed in, these girls, their radars are also dialed in. They're all just not these clueless girls running around with their, like, heads or chicken with their heads cut off. If they get any weird ass vibes from anybody, especially a grown man, they're going to keep their distance every time. I've literally experienced this, seen some of my students do this very thing. If they feel like you're a creep, bro, they're not getting close to you. They're not going to talk to you, let alone take your hair out. As far as it being unprofessional, I can see that a little bit. Oh, what if there were visitors? Bro, it was a Friday. At the end of the day, 10 minutes before dismissal time. Work is done for the week. Work is done for the day. Fridays are usually our chill days. If they work and do what they're supposed to do Monday through Thursday, Friday I usually give them a day where they could just chill. But we didn't chill this Friday. We did presentations. And then after, I said if they did a good job, we can chill. And during that time, right before dismissal, I was going to get my hair taken out. What else did I miss? Oh, admin, parents, well aware of my social media presence. They're well aware of they love my content. My principal is constantly talking about my videos, even in staff meetings. Oh, this is the viral guy. It's TikTok. He's going viral every time, all the time. Parents, every time they see me, Mr. White, you're like a comedian. I love your videos. Most of the students you see in my videos, their parents literally signed media release forms so they could be in my TikTok and in my Instagram videos. Of course, if we have visitors at the school, no, I'm probably not going to be getting my hair taken out because that would be dumb. Admin does a good job at letting us know, like, oh, we're going to have this person in the school, or this group is coming, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you look the part, wear some school gear, rocked out your school attire. None of that on that day. So, yeah. And literally, when I was to get my hair taken out, the principal came in. He came in the room. He saw what was going on. He saw the operation and walked right out. I didn't get a call or text, Mr. White, I need to talk to you about this. Or the next day or today when I came to school, like, hey, this parent saw this. They're trying, bro, they do not care. They love this. They love it. And as far as it being unprofessional, like I said, I can see that. But again, some of our views of professionalism is stuck in the late 1900s. These are the same people that think like, oh, you're not going to get a job if you got debt. Bro, arms tatted, legs tatted. I'm literally tatted up like the subway in Harlem. One thing I pride myself on is being 100% authentically, unapologetically myself. I have this philosophy that I live by, which is if someone is not doing anything that is harming themselves, someone, or something, mind your damn business. You will never be criticized by someone doing more than you, only someone doing less. If you got haters and people talking shit about what you're doing, most likely you're probably doing something right. I had a conversation with my mom a while back because a similar incident like this happened. Posted a video and there's a few people, oh, it's inappropriate, just because of the type of relationship I have with my students. But she said that you basically might as well get used to stuff like this happening, or people saying stuff like this, because you are a young black man, you are handsome, you're attractive, and you have a good relationship with your students. So people are always going to try to reach and make something out of nothing. But that concludes this rant. I do appreciate all the people who are supportive, and they, like I said, energy never lies. The real know what's up. Y'all can feel it. As far as the 5%ers are concerned, I'd recommend unpacking some of the stuff that y'all got going on, because clearly it's affecting your ability to just see the world for what it is. Love ya. Bye. Mixed all the controversy that has come from this video that I posted, I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me during some of the messages that they've been sending me. During this time. Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much, and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened, because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you, see you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher. Many of your students and former students are doing our best to advocate for you. You're one of the few teachers that made me really feel like I had a voice and opinion. And not only that, you made learning fun and encouraging. At the end of the day, some people won't understand that some adults genuinely have a good heart. And have a good heart when it comes to dealing with children, and that's probably never going to change. But we know parents, staff, etc. None that there knows that there has never been anything weird going on, and that there was never any insinuation of that. The people that actually matter knows where your heart is, and that's all that matters. During COVID, you quite literally helped me through my 8th grade year by just being an adult I knew I could go to if I was having any problems. Continue being you, and don't let anyone change that. For the GOAT. What's up, Mr. White? I know that your situation may not be looking the best, but just know that you'll get through it, and we all know your real intentions. Remember, Remember your Bruce Lee quote. Remember your Bruce Lee quote. Can't wait for your return. P.S. Your Air Maxes are in the boys' locker room. I seen them today after practice, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just put them in there. My Bruce Lee quote is, if you have an emotional reaction to anything someone says or does to you, means that person can control you, and you should not be controlled by anyone. Dear Mr. White, Dear Mr. White, we hope that you're doing well during these tough times. We wanted to let you know that we appreciate you as a teacher, as our teacher, and we hope the best for you in your future. We hope you come back, and we want you to keep your head up, like Tupac said. In appreciation of you, we cleaned up your class. Thank you for all that you do for us. Don't listen to those haters. We love you, Mr. White. Lock in before we tweak out. And P.S. We also fed your kids for you. And my kids are my animals that are at the school, and lock in before I tweak out. It's something that I say to them when they get on my nerves, so thank you.
How you doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Center. Today we're going to talk about the viral incident where the teacher, it goes by Jack Lee, on TikTok. Young science teacher, allowed female students to undo his braids so he can get them done after work. Also, he allowed a female student to do his nails while in class. And I've been seeing it all on Facebook, all on social media. People are asking, what do you think? And I myself, I have been an educator for 13 years. I have not seen necessarily students doing hair, but I have seen teachers be like, yeah, I'll let the student put a beret in my head or this and that, stuff like that. Students will do that. I haven't seen something where it's like a sit-down incident and kids are just doing the teacher's hair. I've been around teachers who bring brushes and combs and things to school because they do students' hair. A lot of our students may come to school rough or hair not did or hair not combed, hair not brushed. And I've seen teachers brush and do students' hair to help them out. I myself have taken some young men to get haircuts who haven't had haircuts in a long time. I myself have bought shoes for students who didn't have shoes for athletics. I would say the main thing with, the incident, I'd say one of the probably even bigger incident, he allows students to use their phones. One of the things is just understanding policies, the school policies, even if verbally parents can say they agree and they sign forms, or verbally administration can say, yeah, you can do this and I'm okay with that. Is really, because these schools have school boards. I don't know if the school is public or private or charter, but these schools have school boards. They have superintendents, and you must read the guidelines to see what you can and cannot do. Because even if a person agrees, if the school board doesn't agree, if the superintendent doesn't agree, that's where you have a problem. And if the community doesn't agree, that's where you have. All it takes is one person not to like what you're doing for it to be an issue. So definitely see an issue with him allowing students to have their phones out, because it's always the thing where a lot of school districts, they don't want kids with schools out because kids will record and kids will post. But he was posting and recording on his own. That's another thing with him recording. Once you record and you put it out there for public consumption, you put yourself out there for the public's opinion. And not everybody's going to agree. Once this got out and went viral, and there was some issues with people, whether in the community or on social media, I think he should just immediately apologize and and just and change that routine from what's going on in the classroom. I believe it's something that he could have possibly turned into maybe an after school program where because more than likely there are a lot of boys and girls who need their hair did and who come to school maybe looking a certain type of way. And he could have turned it into an after school program where we have these girls who do hair, we have these girls that do nails. Would you like to come and get your nails done for free, get your hair done for free? Because these young ladies want to work on that craft. And it could have been something that could have been turned into a morning program or turned into an after school program. Um, uh, I don't see I don't see anything I guess inappropriate with the act itself. With the girls doing the hair, I think it's inappropriate because it's within school hours. I've said this with coaching, the strict coach versus the cool coach, and I've noticed even in coaching how things are with our kids and even adults being so controversial now. A lot of coaches are going to the kind of more cool route instead of the more very strict route, just the way, because and very strict and stern route because parents and the community they don't seem to like that anymore. And I think it's the same thing in education. We do have our very stern teachers and who are on our kids, but we see there are more teachers kind of gearing towards the fact of being that cool teacher and that understanding teacher because as times are changing, our kids are more controversial. They're more, no one to say controversial, but they're more confrontational. Parents are more confrontational. Parents attacking teachers. Everything's on social media. So it's kind of easier to be that laid back teacher, to be the cool person. Not to say let students get away with anything, but it's a less stressful route. I myself, I can be strict, but I kind of tend to be that laid back, cool teacher myself. Try not to overstress, and overdo things with the students. So I understand his views of being there for students, understanding his students, and having a general contact with students. But when he says these are my kids, they are not your kids, and that's something that is maybe hard for a lot of us as educators to understand. No matter what we do for these kids, no matter what, paying for haircuts, giving them money, buying them clothes, these kids have parents. No, even if the parents are not good to them or not good in their life, these kids have parents, and we are not their parents. We try our best to be father figures and mother figures, and some kids may even call us dad and call us mom. But at the end of the day, they have a parent, you know what I'm saying? And they have to answer to that parent, and we have to answer to that parent if that parent doesn't agree with what's going on in our classrooms. So I just think that we definitely have to understand guidelines and read school rules and things like that to what's going on. And like I said, a lot of these things that he had going on could have been turned into after school or before school programs, and not necessarily done within school hours. Kids doing his nails and doing his hair within school hours. Like I said, I didn't see it as it being an issue. I don't think he has nothing going on with those students, but it could be. It's definitely deemed unprofessional. It's not professional. It's not professional in workspace. It's not something. Even if the principal agrees, I don't believe it's something that the school board wants to see on the internet. It's not something that the community necessarily, even if the parents agree, I don't think it's something that 100% the community can stand behind. The school board and the community, I don't think it's just something that the superintendent that necessarily 100% that they could get behind these things. I don't see that at all. Is it professional? No, it's not professional. Do you need to build a certain type of bond in your way with your students? Yes, you do need to figure out how to build a bond with your students. Um, so his way of building a bond was, letting the kids get free time at the end of class, the last 10 minutes. Some of that free time may be taking down his hair or helping him with his nails and stuff like that. I don't see a problem with figuring out your way to build a bond with students. But it is what he's doing is during the classroom, during the hours of the classroom is unprofessional. But like I said, I don't know. I necessarily don't know if he's been suspended or fired. It seems like he possibly has been suspended with pay. And I don't want to talk as if I'm the perfect teacher. Like I said, I've done things, that wasn't in school rules necessarily, but I've done things to help students out. You know what I'm saying? So, but the things to understanding is to follow the rules, to follow the guidelines best as you can. And what he was good by was sending a notice home to parents for them to sign. So you want to cover your tracks by sending a notice home, letting parents sign these notices and things like that. That is very important. But we have to make sure um, that we're not putting everything on social media. Even myself, sometimes I put pictures of my students. I don't cover their faces. I should be covering their faces. We make mistakes. But when we put things out there for public consumption, we got to understand that we have to take public opinion. So, like I said, I hope he gets his job back. He's brought back after suspension, and I think it would be a great idea to turn this into an after-school program for young boys who need their hair done to come get their hair done by some of the girls in the classroom or nails. I think this could be a great after-school opportunity for him that could possibly blow up. Again, it's Nathaniel Social said it, signing out. Please let me know what you think, and you all have a good one.